This recipe has been vetted and approved by my amazing husband. So I'm going to be sharing it with you today. It's basically yam balls, but with a different method and even more crunchy. So you might want to stick around for this one because I bet you're going to add it to your menu. So I had some yam which was left over and it was probably going to go bad the following day. So I decided to use it for this recipe I came up with. Okay. So I had soaked it in some salt water and I'm going to give it another wash before going ahead to grate the yam. So as you can tell, I'm using the bigger holes of my grater, but you can use any other part. I wanted the turn out to be a little, I don't know, shredded. So I think I went for this vibe just for the look of it. But if you want a more smoother look, you can use the smaller side of your grater and you're soaking the yam in a bit of salt water or saline solution will stop the browning process. So normally yam and even like apples and bananas, yeah, when you expose them to air, they go brown a bit. So you can stop that by putting it in some salt water. So this is me just showing you the smaller parts or holes and then the bigger holes in another grater, just so you have an idea of what I was referring to earlier. Okay. So my grated or shredded yam is ready. Usually, if you use wet yam, you might want to squeeze a bit of the water out, but this yam was not wet. It wasn't the puna, so I didn't have to. Okay, just so you get the more crunchy yam, just squeeze out a bit of the water. I'm going in with one egg yolk. Someone might ask why just the egg yolk. So that introduces a richer flavor than adding the whole egg. Okay, but you can keep the white of the egg for something else. I've also gone in with some sardine. You can use any protein of your choice. And I also added some powdered pepper and salt. The powdered pepper, of course, just for a bit of heat, but it's optional, okay? But in fact, add it. So I'm going to go ahead and mix everything together until all the ingredients are well combined. As you can see, the ingredients are just a few, okay? I know we are used to, or we always see the traditional way of making yam balls, but I think you should swap things up a bit. Your guests or your family will be amazed by this recipe, so you should definitely try it. Okay. Of course, I went in with the rest of the sardine because I realized that it was too small. Okay, and I mixed up everything. You can wear gloves and do the cooking. I don't do that. I wash my hands often, so yeah, we are safe. Besides, this is for my family, so there's no problem here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and add some cornstarch. In place of cornstarch, you can do just ordinary all-purpose flour, and that's fine. But cornstarch or corn flour introduces a crunchier texture, and I love crunchier textures, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Okay. Of course, also mix it together beautifully so all is well combined. So if you're going to be using flour or cornstarch, you can use maybe about 2 tablespoons, not more than that. Okay. Using more of the quantity will make it too crunchy and maybe your teeth will not be able to handle it. Okay. Also, we don't want the mixture to fall apart. That's why we are using the cornstarch or the flour. Okay. So this is how I'm going to be rolling out my mixture just like you're seeing it on the screen. So I'll make a few balls and then set it aside. At this point, my oil is also heating on fire. You don't want it to be too hot because you're going to fry this slowly while turning it in the oil. Okay, so just be careful. Me, I'm a pro at this, so I'm just going to be using my hands to drop it in the oil and then we fry till it's slightly golden brown or however you want your yam looking like. Okay, so like I said, because the yam is raw, you might want to keep this on medium heat so that you don't cook this too fast. Okay. In fact, but it's just like frying yam chips if you ask me. So keep turning until all the sides are lightly browned and then you take it out of the fire. If you're new here, hi, my name is Yasmi. If you haven't subscribed as at this point of the video, please subscribe and join this amazing blooming family because I guarantee you're going to love it here, okay? And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my video. I'm truly grateful for you. Also, everyone, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because I'm sure you're loving the recipe already. And let me know in the comment section what you think about this recipe And if you be trying it, this recipe can pass as a side. It can even be a main meal depending on what you want to enjoy it with. The Ghanaian in me was tempted to add some shito and call it a day, okay? But you can also serve this as it is, and then you're good to go with some stew, ketchup, or any condiment of your choice, okay? So the first batch is done. I'll go ahead and fry the second batch, and then I'll show you how it looks like on the inside. So of course, after the first batch of frying, you might want to reduce the fire so you don't end up burning the subsequent batches, okay? Because at that point, the oil will be extremely hot already, and you don't need to heat up the oil again. So let's move on to the nice part, okay? Taste testing. Here, it pained me that I didn't have my microphone connected, but yeah, you get the vibe, okay? We've come to the end of today's video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. And until we see each other again in another video, please don't forget to keep blooming.